All right, welcome to another episode of Project Assemble. This week we are talking about Agatha All Along, episode 1 and 2, and breaking down that awesome Thunderbolts with an asterisk trailer. I'm not going to stop doing that because it's in the title.
It's so perfectly done. I love it.
So we're going to break down that teaser that dropped yesterday or Monday, I believe, but we got a lot to discuss in this one. So how are you doing today?
I'm all good, my friend. I've had a very eventful morning. I've been watching some of the Mr. McMahon documentary that has just come on this morning, and oh boy, that's a lot. But yeah, that's for a different conversation, that sort of thing. How about you, my friend?
Yeah, doing good. It's been a bit of a week so far. Just navigating school, job hunting, stuff like that. It's a lot to go through, but we're here. We're gonna, leave all the things of life behind and
Yeah,
discuss this Marvel content that has been coming out lately and will be coming out. So, just before we get into it, I just wanted to say that if you haven't already, check out Penguin. I know we're a Marvel.
yeah.
I know we're a Marvel show, but the Penguin on HBO, so good.
I see. I've got it on net. I've got it on series link. I've not been able to watch it yet because we've had a bit of a mad week, but I'm definitely sitting down and watching that as well because I say that Batman film, he was the best thing of it, and that's what I'm saying. He was just the best thing of it.
Yeah, so it's on HBO. I loved it. It's so good. So go check that out because if you're a fan of Batman, there's a lot for you in this, and it's setting up the next movie. So yeah, go check that out. And before we get into the main topic discussion, I'm going to go for the icebreaker question, which is what MCU movie do you feel has had the most impact on fans, like overall?
Ooh, what? As in, emotional impact, story impact? What do
Okay,
you?
let me rephrase. Which MCU project for you changed how you view the genre, like superhero movies?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What's a good one that is? My first automatic thought will always go for that first Iron Man film,
Iron Man.
100% outlaw, because you had the Fantastic Four and you had Spider Man before it and everything, and I was like, nothing really interconnected that well together, sort of thing. But then you saw that Iron Man film. Obviously, at the end of it, you had, oh, you think you're the only superhero, and that just kicked it all off.
Yeah.
And having that at the end, making this massive link to all the other films or all the other things that's to come, I was just like, oh crap, this is not just its own solitary thing like all the other Marvel films have been. This is going to be to a wider thing, and as we all know, God knows how many years down the line, look at the juggernaut it has created. So
Yeah.
yeah, it have to be Iron Man.
Yeah, for me, I'd have to go with the Avengers. Just
No, yeah,
8-year-old me in the theater seeing that movie, I was like, this is like unbelievable. Like all the characters that I had toys of that I was watching in cartoons, seeing them all together in a movie, that was like insane for me. So seeing that movie completely changed how I view like the possibilities of these movies. Like you could have anything in these movies if you can have all of these characters all together after their like solo movies. And I'm kind of curious. Like I know I'd seen some of the solo movies before I saw the Avengers, but I'm curious what it would have been like if I hadn't seen any of them at all and just gone straight into
oh,
the
just
Avengers and seen what that was like, and then gone back to rewatch or just watch for the first time the solo movies like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. Like it's one of the best in the MCU, and it's had the biggest impact on me, I guess, as like a superhero fan. Like just that's the Avengers to like right there. That's all of them together saving the world from Loki, and it was insane when I saw that the first time. Like I was talking about that all the time. I was like drawing pictures. I was getting like all these like sticker books of the Avengers, and I even had bed sheets of the Avengers. Like I was all out on the Avengers. So I had a ton of Lego sets too. So it was awesome.
You see, you got to think as well. At that time, there's never been an ensemble
Yeah, exactly.
film as well, sort of thing like that. So it just broke so many molds and everything like that, that it can work with a massive collection, sort of thing.
Yeah, like that was the first time you had collectively in a like a big Hollywood movie all of those characters together, and then DC did it later with Batman v Superman in 2016, where they finally got Batman and Superman together for the movies. But yeah, the Avengers will always be the one that I think impacted me the most for the genre.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the Agatha All Along episode 1 and 2 kind of quick review. We're gonna go through this quickly because there's a lot to get to with Thunderbolts asterisk.
Yes.
So yeah, if you want to go ahead and share your thoughts on episode 1 and 2, I'm going to save mine for after so you can see what I thought.
Right, so I'll start off for episode 1. I was really surprised how well episode 1 straight into episode 2 as well, and that lot. I was really surprised how well I got into this, to be honest. I really liked the sort of detective CSI sort of crime, sort of true crime, sort of detective thing it was, and just the little drops they had of, you know, this is something's wrong. You're better than this, that lot, and she's not dead. There's no way Wanda Maximoff is dead. Not a chance, that lot. Like, saying that she's been crushed, and like when they flip the body over as well, now like you can't quite see the face, you just see the hair, and there's like, yeah, she's not dead. She's off to a different dimension, or just something like that. She's like in the negative zone or something stupid. She's not on this plane in this universe, sort of thing. And then as like the episode goes on, and she's slowly clawing, like that effect as well when she's clawing herself back and she's going through all the different genres again. I really did like that. That was a nice little touch, that was. And then obviously she explodes and she's broke free of the spell in that first one, and then obviously into the second one she's like building her little Avengers coven, as I dubbed it in my review and that lot. And I just, each one of them as well, I like how they're not, what's the word, they're not full. They need to have more to fulfill within themselves and everything, and like having like the potions girl, having the protector, having the clairvoyant. I like how there's different aspects of them that will help the other one, sort of thing. And I, like I said in my review as well, the Green Heart, doddering old dear sort of thing. She's gonna be the first one to go on that witch's road. She's the first one to get killed off. I'm adamant. There's no way, because she's obviously not a witch unless she's very subdued and she doesn't realize she's a witch. There's like she's definitely gonna be the first one to like lose it or get taken out, and somebody's gonna replace, like I can't remember what her name was, the agent girl that come in and tried to kill her the first time and told her about the Salem Sevens coming after her, sort of thing. Her, I think she was obviously the last name on the list, and she was supposed to go with them, sort of thing. That's what I thought anyway. That's how I sort of portrayed it, sort of thing. And the lad as well, I am adamant that's Scarlet's son all day long. That has got to be, like, what's your name? That effect going across the mouth, that looks so cool. That did that lot. And then obviously when they was explaining themselves about where his history come from, his past and everything, I like how she could hear everything but not him, so she's still under some sort of like spell and like something that she can't know properly about him. So I think there's like, she's still got that link to the Scarlet Witch through this lad and the son, that lot. So, but all in all, the first 2 episodes, I'm in. I really am in, and the song as well. When this sang the Witch's Road song, and I've been listening to that all bleeding week. I've been biking away to work and that lot, and but I'm in. It's a lot better than what I was expecting, and I've enjoyed it a lot more because when you watch WandaVision, then first two episodes, maybe the third episodes, are quite slow, and it took me a while to get into WandaVision, and then by the end of it, I thought it was been brilliant that lot, and it cemented her as a powerhouse and that sort of thing. So with this starting a lot quicker, getting me more enthralled in the episodes a lot more, I'm more in. I'm more like cemented with. Yeah, okay. I'll definitely pay attention to this more often and watch this like as soon as it comes out, sort of thing. But yeah, that's my thoughts on 1 and 2. Now I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought.
All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but I've got some
Oh no.
I've got some mixed thoughts on it. So, like she's good. Like you can't deny Catherine Hahn is good as the character, um, and setting up like this. It's like they're setting up a certain side to the supernatural side of the MCU that maybe could be explored later on, with like Blade or
I'm
Midnight
so
Suns
hoping.
or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there are a lot of, by the looks of the trailer and then what it seems like they're setting up, that there could be some very like supernatural horror inspired like creatures and monsters that come out of this, that could tie into later things. But my main thing with this is like all the other characters, like the Coven. I don't care for any of them. They're like I've like it could be too early to tell, but like we have no idea who they are. We know very little about them. It's just like why should I care about them going on this journey with her? Like what they don't. Again, it could be too early, but it seems like they won't really serve a real purpose in helping her. They're just kind of there to, protect her in getting to the end, but she's really the only one that we really care about getting to the end. Like all the others are just there because Agatha wanted them there.
What do you think about the clairvoyant and the lad there? Don't you? Because they're the two other ones that I really. I'm saying I'm not too fussed about the protector or the potions girl. I weren't really fussed about them, but the clairvoyant and the lad, there's more to them as well, sort of thing. The clairvoyant, when she's screaming like randomly, surely they've got to be
Like
further
the
down the
psychic
road.
one.
Yeah, the one that like can sort of see into the future and like read and stuff like that.
I mean, she's a renowned actress on Broadway, so I'm sure she'll be good in this. It's just again, I don't know who they are. It's hard for me to like them. I don't have any like again. This could change later on because obviously building up characters across a series, they could make people like them more by the end. But as of now, I'm like I don't care for any of these people. I just see we got Rez in the chat. Thanks for joining. You didn't like the first episode, but the second was better. Okay, that's good to hear.
What do you think about the lad there? You're not even bothered about the lad?
So he is the worst kept secret of the show. I think it's blatantly obvious that he's Billy, Scarlet Witch's son. Like, if he's not, then it's like they've set us up for that. Like that was a good setup, but I think it's obvious it's him.
Yeah.
There's multiple things in the trailer that kind of point out that it's him. He wants to get to the end, and I'm thinking he's gonna make that wish to get Wanda back, and then she's gonna see him and be like, "Who are you?" And he's gonna be like, "Mom, like it's me, like we brought you back," that kind of thing. But Agatha knows something very important about this kid because when he tells her his name, it could be she. Like we don't know what he said because it did the mouth thing, but she says interesting after he says what he says. So either she knows who it is, and she's like, oh, I can use this to my advantage and kind of, take my enemy's son and make him my own weapon kind of thing.
Oh, I never thought of it like that. Okay. Me, generally, I just thought she couldn't understand
It
him.
could be that
That's
too.
why. I
It
think.
could be that too.
Okay.
Like I interpreted it in the way that she knew who he was, but we weren't allowed to
Right.
know who he is yet.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, just it's gonna take time, I think, for me to get into it. Like at this point, I'll watch episode 3, see where it goes.
Oh, really?
But like I think I gave it like a 5 or 6 out of 10 when I watched both. Um, the beginning of episode 1 was good in that whole like True Detective vibe. I just wish that it would have, like, each episode maybe could tackle a different kind of genre, but obviously they were tapping out of that because WandaVision did it.
Yeah.
And by the end of episode 1, she's like out of the episodic kind of thing, and she's back in our universe doing normal
I'm
things.
quite. I'm quite glad they didn't carry that on. It was good for another episode. Keep it that first episode, and then break free into like our universe and stuff like.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't carry that on, sort of thing. I was happy it was just that first episode.
Rez doesn't think
We've
I'm
also
gonna
got
finish the series.
We've also got Kanye West, Canyon Webster, just waving
Oh,
hello. Thanks for
thanks for
joining.
joining.
Do you think you'll finish the series there? From like Rez says.
I mean, I'm gonna have to see what next week is like. I just feel like if episode, because is it 9 or 10 episodes?
I think it's 9. I think, isn't it?
I'm gonna look it up because
Because the next one comes out tomorrow, doesn't it? So I'm
Yeah.
well up. I'm on the late shift tomorrow, so I'll be up at like 8
No,
o'clock in
it's-
the morning straight on that. I will.
I guess tomorrow for you, but it's
Yeah.
it's here or tonight for
Yeah.
me. So, let's see, 9 episodes. So
Yeah.
if at the end of episode 2 they're in the Witch's Road, then are they just in it for the entire series and it's just them, going through all these different challenges to get to the end, or are they out of it at a certain point towards the end and then they're just back in our normal world at the end?
Like dealing with the Salem 70 thing, sort of thing.
Yeah, if it's gonna be like them going on a bunch of side quests, to like along their way to the end of the road, it's just gonna be like kind of tedious to get through. Like,
Yeah,
okay, just get to the end. You don't need to stop and help this person and do this thing and go on this thing. Because based on the trailer, there's a lot of different like locations they're at, and a lot more people are brought into it. Like Rio Vidal, the one that comes to try to kill her,
Yeah.
she comes back into it at some point with all of them, based on the trailers, and I'm like, she's good too, but I have no idea what to think of. If I'm going to finish it, I'm gonna give it another one, see what I think, but yeah, if it doesn't, like, I don't want to say this in a way that it's like I'm only watching it to see how it connects to other things, but if it doesn't lead to something that I at least care about, then I'm just gonna let it go.
But when I was like watching the trailers and stuff like that, with obviously the Witch's Road and stuff, it reminded me a lot like the Wizard of Oz, and they're gonna like try and fix into each individual person, sort of thing, to get to the end. That's
what, like, if it's the coven if it's the coven that is getting all of these things along the way and Agatha's just waiting for the end of the road, then it's like not her show anymore. It's about the coven trying to get all their things, and then she's just waiting until the very end to get her powers back. But again, I don't care for any of the side characters. But that could change. But as of now, it's just like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Why should I care about them going on this journey?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Agatha All Along, episode 1 and 2. Third one's coming out tonight for me, and I guess tomorrow for you. So
tomorrow morning for me.
Are you doing a weekly review for that too?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
Every Friday from now on, every Friday is going to be Agatha All Along until the end. So yeah, check out my reviews coming out, because unless something completely falls off the rails and goes like down the Eternals route, I'm going to enjoy it, I think. So, like I say, with this show as well, I've even got the old girl and the old man like watching it, and they are like fully in as well, sort of thing. Because it took them a while for them as well for not Agatha, WandaVision. So with this, they were pretty much like, well, no, I quite like this, and it's quite it's piqued their interest, sort of thing. So we've got a house full of Halloween people over here now, so we're good.
Nice. Well, at least they've got 3 people on Disney Plus watching this show. Um,
All the time.
all right, let's move into Thunderbolts asterisk. I'm not going to stop doing it.
It's brilliant.
All right, so I'm going to switch my screen to have like the trailer on our side. I'm just going to go like scene by scene. We'll break it down that way, and then kind of give like an overall breakdown for it. So we'll switch my screen here. Get that up. All right, so anyone on Dwayne's stream, you're not going to see this because it's sharing on my end, but yeah, if you want to see it, you can hop over or just pull up the trailer on a different screen or a different tab, and then you can see what we're talking about. So this trailer opens with Yelena going to Alexi's. It looks like a flat somewhere, and like we don't know where it is, but he's got a flat somewhere, and he thinks she's a DoorDash employee trying to deliver his food, and he's like, "Get off the property! I don't want you here," that kind of thing. And she's trying to get in. He has to kind of clean up his whole area because he's a pig, and he's got a lot, lying around. He's got a bad breath, apparently. He's putting his mouth down the sink, trying to wash it out. And she comes in, and she's telling him that she's changed. So something's happened between Black Widow and this that's got her... Something's got her worried enough to go back to him and say, "Dad, something's up with me. I need your help," that kind of thing. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm trying to figure out what could have changed. I don't quite understand, unless it's similar to what Natasha had, where like she's feeling guilty about the Red Room and wants to right all them wrongs, but then the Red Room's already gone anyway. So why would be something worried like that sort of thing? I don't understand what she should be saying. So much change sort of thing. What this first opening part did remind me of though is Fat Thor. He's playing Fortnite and stuff like that. That's what that reminded me of straight away, and that sort of thing. He's like down on his dumps, just really just a slob, not doing much. So playing Fortnite, screaming at kids. That's what it really reminded me of that lot. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting him to be like that so quick, to be honest, but okay.
Yeah, so she goes on to say, when Alexi asks her what's wrong with her, she says she feels like an emptiness and she's just, drifting. And then we get a shot of John Walker with a baby next to him. So he's got a family, we assume. And he's reading a story titled Fall of a Hero, the John Walker story. I guess highlighting how he was elected as Captain America and then he was demoted for that. Rez saying, great trailer. It's looking like a great Suicide Squad movie. That's basically what it is. But
great, it'd be a better Suicide Squad film. Just put that out there, Rez. Come on, man. Come
on. So yeah, Yelena's talking over this footage, but she says she feels like she doesn't have a purpose. Like something's happened where she's just like, I don't belong anymore. What am I doing? That kind of thing. And she thought of throwing herself into work as the answer to doing that, to just, just start killing, basically, to get rid of that feel. So then we get a shot of her just watching a building explode. And then she just turns around like, yeah, normal day for me, just a building blowing up. Everyone else,
one target gone, that's all right.
Everyone else is just screaming and panicking around her, and she's just like, yeah, building, okay. And then we had a shot
Another one
of...
bites the dust.
Basically. And then we had a shot of like a hallway fight. She's fighting a bunch of different people in a hallway. Looks like they're getting their ass kicked.
At that point there, did that not remind you of the Black Widow in Iron Man 2, I think,
I didn't think
when
of
she's
that,
fighting all
but
them guards.
yeah, it
It
kind of
gave me
has some.
real resemblance. Just a darker, more, well, instead of her knocking people out, she's actually, no, you're dead, you're
Yeah,
dead,
she's
you're
actually
dead.
killing them. Yeah. Um, and then this door opens and she's walking into this. It looks like a warehouse, and there's boxes everywhere. Things are covered. There's papers, and she's like, "What the heck is this?" There's a paper with a chart with different readings on it, and it looks very mysterious. And then we get John Walker showing up, just firing shots at her, and it's like, whoa, okay. This is like very like a big jump in tone. So he's like trying to kill her. They start fighting each other. Taskmaster comes in, new suit, new mask. I think the mask looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
A
it
lot
looks a
better than
lot
the
better.
first one.
Yeah, massively.
Actually kind of gives off a more skull kind of vibe with it. And then you get Ghost showing up, new look as well. I think her look is really cool.
Mm.
Like the first one was like a comic accurate one, but it looked very
Yeah,
much like a cosplay almost. Like it looked
yeah.
very like homemade. It didn't feel like it was a Hollywood level costume. But this
It was
feels
like
like
a lot of
it's
things just ragtag together, sort of
yeah.
thing. It wasn't.
But this feels like it's like Hollywood quality for
Mm,
me at least. It's
yeah,
a
massively.
different mask. She's got an all black, like tactical suit almost, and she goes through U.S. Agent to fight Taskmaster. So either she's got something like she's targeting Taskmaster, U.S. Agent's targeting Yelena, and they all happen to be in the same area.
With me, when I saw that bit as well, Nana, I was thinking it seems like a very two-on-two sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly what I
like,
mean.
yeah, so they're not. There's like obviously Ghost, not Ghost, um, Taskmaster, and obviously Elena. They've got that connection from obviously the Black Widow film and that
Yeah,
lot. It just seems like Ghost was not bothered about US Agent at all and just went
yeah.
straight for Taskmaster. So it's like, are they them two targeting them two, and that's why they've like maybe tracked them down and followed them to this part sort of thing? Because when somebody else turns up, there was like, who are you sort of thing.
Yeah, because
So
when Taskmaster comes into it, Yelena's off in the background and on the ground, and she's looking straight at U.S. Agent. So she's clearly unbothered by Yelena in that situation because they're both Black Widows, and she's going straight for U.S. Agent, which is like it kind of gives a sense of, are Yelena and Taskmaster working together on this, or were they just happen to show up at the same moment? And they're like, "Oh, you're here. Okay, we're friends. We can take on these two together." But
yeah,
the rest of
exactly.
them continue to fight each other, and then out of nowhere, you get Bob showing up. He's just crawling out of a like box almost. He's just like all the fighting's going on, and he just plops out, and then everyone's just like, "Wait, you? When did you
What are
get
you
here?
doing
Like,
here? Who the
who
hell are
are
you?
you?"
Yeah.
Ghost has her mask off at this point, and she's pointing at, like they're all pointing guns at him, and she's like, "Who are you?" And he says he's Bob. Yelena asks who sent him, and he says nobody. And then he's like, "Wait, you were all sent?" And then all the doors start coming down. Clear that this is a trap for them, and it doesn't look too good for them. Yelena says that everyone there has done bad things. She says U.S. agents done shadow ops. Yelena's robbed government labs. You get a shot of her taking down a scientist. And she says contract killers, which Ghost and Taskmaster are contract killers. And it looks like in this shot that Ghost has Taskmaster's bow, which is
Yeah.
interesting. And it looks like U.S. agent or Red Guardian are standing behind her, which is interesting. Maybe they're in a different area here, but U.S. agent is questioning that, like, why does that matter that we're all here? And then Yelena says, someone wants us gone. So it was basically all of these bad people. They're like, if we put them all in one spot and just eliminate them, no more bad people, that kind of thing. The lights go
It looks like
down.
a it looks like a very giant oven when that bit goes up, sort
Yeah,
of
it's
thing.
like big heaters almost in the ceiling. It's like they're trying to cook them in there. And well, I really like the shot of Taskmaster in the red light, and then she's like turning around, and the way the mask looks in that dark
It lits up so
lighting,
good, doesn't
yeah,
it?
looks really cool. I think at this point you get a shot of Yelena looking in the distance, and she's like, "What the hell? Could this be Bob transforming into, you know, the void, or becoming he starts floating or something?" And she's like, okay, what the heck is this?"
Do you think they'd show the void so quickly though?
I don't know.
Because first, surely you've got to see the Sentry first,
Yeah,
and then see his decline in mental stability to then have the void sort of thing.
yeah. I just thought like it would be cool if like that's where they realize, oh, this guy is like a superhero. Like
Super powered.
he's powered, and he just starts floating, and he's like, maybe like what you said with the mental thing, maybe he's so overwhelmed, like all these people are pointing guns at me, I don't know what to do, and he just loses control, that kind of thing. Because later on you see soldiers actually shooting at him, it looks like outside of that that compound. But after that you get a shot of, it looks like a gala, almost like a it looks like it says Battle of New York, and it's like a, you know, a showcase of, you know, I guess the anniversary or something of the Battle of New York, but yet Loki's scepter in a glass case that's like right there in the front of the frame. And that's very interesting. Like there's a lot of other glass cases that could have little Easter eggs in there, but the clear one is Loki's scepter.
There's got to be something intentional. That's going to be stolen, or something's going to happen with that scepter and that sort of thing. Somebody's going to try and tap the power back into it or something like that sort of thing, because it's very purpose, especially with Booker just in the wings as well, just sort of like surveying the area sort of thing. Is he there to steal it? Is he there to like make sure nobody else is stealing it? What the hell is that gala for, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Why is it this? Why are they celebrating this sort of thing? Why is it all posh snobs basically?
Yeah, because the next shot we see Val and the actress Geraldine Viswanathan, I think her name is. We don't know her character yet, but it looks like she's like an assistant to Val, and it's a voiceover saying, "We were brought up with this belief," and you get a shot of Bucky. It's edited to look like he's watching Val in this gala, and then you get Yelena running through it's a really cool shot. It looks like she's running through a wall, but then it becomes like a ceiling, and then the camera flips, and she lands on the table. And then you get Ghost in like an elevator shaft, and she's like using a knife to stop herself from falling down. So the voiceover says, "We're brought up with this belief that there are good guys and there are bad guys." And when this shot's happening, it's Bob outside the compound, and all those people are like pointing guns at him. And you see all the bullet holes in his shirt, clearly stating he's bulletproof and he's Sentry. He looks really good.
That was I said that point as well was a very like Superman-esque, ping, 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 ping. Like, nobody's touching me sort of thing.
Like all the bullet shells coming off, like it looks like this guy is not you don't want to mess around with him.
Exactly.
You get a shot of Bucky taking his arm out of the dishwasher, putting it back in.
I love that.
It's I guess how he cleans his arm. Not a bad idea.
No, yeah, exactly.
Then he asks, I'm assuming it's Val, because this is a shot like later on, it's a different angle, but it's them back in that tower, and he's got US Agent with him, and he's asking what's the plan. So it's
now,
go on.
For that bit as well, I don't know, it might be a bit further later on in the trailer there, but do you think somebody else is supposed to be with them there?
Someone else?
Yeah. Because I think how they've shot it, looks like...
They could have easily done that, remove this person kind of thing in the shot, because they don't want to reveal something. They could have done that. I hadn't thought of who that could be. Rez is saying a Kryptonian. I don't think Sentry's a Kryptonian, but definitely...
No, he's better than that. It's all right.
Better than that. Yeah, he's definitely a Superman-esque character, though. So yeah, I hadn't thought of another character being there with them. I
wouldn't know who.
Yeah.
Like, is it Thunderbolt Ross? Is he there or something like that sort of thing?
No, that's the
Thunderbolts.
thing. Is he going to be in this?
He's got to be. It's the Thunderbolts. It's his team. Surely he's got to have some sort of reference or appearance or something. It's like you can't have the Thunderbolts without Thunderbolt Ross.
I know I've mentioned this before, but it could be they're just named after him because
Yeah,
of his, what he was trying to set up in Captain America. Maybe he's like,
yeah,
this is my Avengers. Like, these are the people I want. Val, you go get them. And,
yeah.
like, maybe something happens in Captain America. Like, I hope he doesn't die. That
No,
would
no,
be
you
a
can't.
shame if he does. But,
Do you think it's a letdown there? But if it was just named after him, and he's
I
not going to
mean,
appear in it, sort of thing. For me, it'd be a letdown because it's his team. I'd hope, obviously, whatever happens in Captain America, it's somehow got a link with this. And I
yeah.
hope he's in it. Got to be.
It wouldn't be a huge letdown. It would be kind of like you had an opportunity and you didn't take advantage
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
But it wouldn't bother me a huge deal, like if they just named it after
Okay.
him. It would be awesome if he was involved with it, like in the
Yeah,
comics, but um, you know, we'll see where Captain America leads to. Um,
yeah.
Yelena says this could get messy. She's holding like a vial almost. Um, Kind of like it looks like maybe a sedative. Kind of like
Or
it's like there's green liquid in it or something like that. Is that
I was going to
something for
say,
Sentry?
is that what's I mean? Is that going to be like a kill shot sort of thing? How we've got to use this. This is the only way we can stop him, sort of thing. Whoever him like Sentry is going to be, sort of thing. I couldn't think of anything where this vial would be so important, sort of thing.
Or
But
it's super soldier serum.
maybe, maybe I didn't think of that sort of thing. No, another take on it, sort of thing. It's not the
Yeah.
blue stuff. It's a tainted version.
Yeah. Because Sentry was created in like like it was a super soldier like procedure, but it went
Experiments, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was like enhanced in some way, right?
Mm.
So maybe that could be it. Maybe that's the stuff that
That
gave
what
him
created him.
his powers.
Yeah.
And then you get a shot of I see Red Guardian in the background, but U.S. agents got a shield on this guy's head, and he's dragging him on this armored vehicle. Like they've got a fight going on outside in the street, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna pin you to this van and drag you across and throw you away." And we're on pause now. He's angry. He's not very happy at all. But then you get a shot of Bucky on a motorcycle. There's an armored vehicle, and he just pulls out a shotgun and shoots at the cable, lead behind it, and he just yanks it, like flips the car with just his hand, like not even like he's not even pulled by it. He just like pulls it, and then the truck flips. I think that's a really cool shot.
Yeah.
It's really well done. And then you get a shot of Val's like assistant, I'm guessing, in like a lab. The lights are flickering, something's going on, and she's got like an MRI kind of scan on her screen. It's got to be a scan of something. It looks like a heart, and there's something else there, maybe a brain. And the voiceover says, but eventually you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys. So maybe they're hinting at maybe they're not necessarily the worst guys. They are bad, but there's people far worse. Maybe Val's far worse than them, and she's just, she's the puppet master with all of them.
Yeah.
Which I think would be really cool. But when that voiceover is happening, you get another shot of that street fight with Ghost, and I think it's Red Guardian in the background. You get Yelena, like she's all like knackered up, and it looks like she's seeing something very shocking. She's like, she's got a shocked look on her face. There's a truck that's ramming through different cars with Red Guardian inside, and you get a shot of the Sentry logo.
That looks good.
Yeah.
That does look really, really good now. When I seen that, just picking the S up off the floor, off the table, whatever it was, I'm like, this suit is going to look so damn good. If they're using the yellow and the black, it's going to be so good to see.
Yeah. And then you get the elevator shot with it opening up, and then they're all inside. If you notice, Taskmaster isn't there though. So
Do
is
you think
she
one of
off
them
doing her own
dies?
thing, or is she dead?
Literally, yeah, literally going to say, do you think one of them's going to die? That's what she's looking at, so shocked. Because the two I could see perishing in this is either Taskmaster or Red Guardian.
I could see Red Guardian dying. I could definitely see him dying. But maybe Taskmaster could.
So I mean, it's not a massive character, is it really now? And it's all going to be. This is all going to be central on Yelena, isn't it? She's
Yeah.
going to be one of the main figures in this film. So, what two people to really make a sort of thing?
Yeah, like it very well could be that. Like even in the shot with them walking towards the bar with Val there, in the tower, like Taskmaster's still not there. But here's the other thing. Do you think this is Avengers Tower?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. She's bought it
Yeah.
all day long.
Because
This is the new Thunderbolt Mountain for me. That's what I think, anyway.
interesting. Because there's the bar there, and it looks similar to Tony Stark's bar that we see in the Avengers when he's talking to Loki. And I saw people comparing that. It's a different from
It's not
this
the same
angle.
layout, is it? Sort of
No,
thing?
it's very different, and that could be just the reno. Maybe they just renovated it.
Yeah.
But there's boxes piled off to the side, so maybe they're still working on moving in, that kind of thing. But Val's clearly in charge of this area, and they look like they mean business. Like they're going here to say, "What the heck are you doing, Val? Like, why are we doing this?"
And when you see them talking to her, and that's another point where I'm like, there looks like somebody else is supposed to be
Like,
there.
I'll pause it.
Especially when Red Guardian.
Here.
Red Guardian goes off to the left-hand side. There's that
So,
gap.
There's 4 of them. He goes off to the side, and there's still room. You could fit maybe 1 or 2 other people in there. Like Marvel's known for doing that, so I wouldn't be surprised
Exactly. This is
if
what I mean.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. But Val's like, look at okay, next shot, Taskmaster's there.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, she's not dead there. Then maybe.
So
Yeah.
it's maybe she shows up after the elevator. It doesn't make any sense why she would, but
No.
we'll have to see. But I have to say the new
She's already
Taskmaster.
upstairs with them.
Yeah, I have to say the new Taskmaster design looks really cool. Like I'm digging this new look for Taskmaster. I just
Yeah.
hope the character's good in it.
Yeah.
Because
I said it was all right in the Black Widow film, but it was nothing to what I was expecting.
it was like they pulled a 180 on us because we were expecting one thing and it became something completely different. But hopefully they kind of, regain our, I guess, trust in the character in some way. But
Sort of course correct it again.
yeah, but Val's saying, "Look at you, so adorable!" Like all the team together. Like, I think she's saying this as like, "Oh, you think you can take me on? Like, oh, you're so cute, trying to like pull all your friends together and come at me like that." Like, she's clearly setting something up, and she has
Massive.
plans for these people. Like, and Bucky's the questionable one about this because, like later on in the trailer, I'll keep playing it, but he is shooting at the team in that car, because you get a shot of all of them. Like Alexi's like, yeah, this car's bulletproof, and then clearly all the bullets are flying through it, and the U.S. agent's like, I thought you said this was bulletproof, and he's like, bulletproof-ish. But you get those armored vehicles shooting at them. One of them's blown up, and Bucky comes flying through, and then U.S. agent's like, is that Bucky? And he's got the same gun from the Winter Soldier that he takes out Nick Fury's Cadillac in, so that's cool.
Love that gun. Yeah.
But he shoots the way it makes it look like he's shooting their car. This could be a classic edit that it makes it look like he's doing that, but in reality he's not. But if he is, why is he doing this? If he's with them later on.
Exactly what I thought. What's made him go from wanting to hunt them down to then all of a sudden, oh well, what's the plan? What we doing, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Unless he's been sent, unless Bob's supposed to be in that limo as well with them, and he's been sent to chase him, and then they sort of figure it out. I'm not too sure, but it does make me really intrigued to go, well, hang on a minute, why 1 minute you're with them, 1 minute you're going against them? What the hell's going off there, sort of thing?
So my thought was initially that he, because there's a shot of him in a court earlier in the trailer. He's obviously dealing with the fallout of something. Maybe it's in Captain America. He's got to go and address something that happened in Captain America with Sam. But I think Val has kind of pulled him aside and said, maybe they've got something in common. She's promising him something in the end, and he's tasked with taking down these people, or at least hunting them. And then Yelena's like, wait. We were in a trap. Like, Val's got something on us, and she's going to do something to you, and we need your help to stop her, that kind of thing. That's what I could see happening in this, where he's kind of her bodyguard, kind of, I guess, in a sense, but then he ends up switching because the team's like, she's doing something that's going to get us killed. You need to, realize that she's got something on you as well, and that it won't look good for you in the end. So I think that's where they're kind of going with it, that he's going to switch in the end and help them take down Val when they realize what she's really up to.
I said, when I saw that court scene, it was making me think, I wonder if he's having to finally pay for his crimes as the Winter Soldier, and he's having to have massive court trial and stuff like that sort of thing. And then she's come to him and gone, look, I can make all that disappear if you do such and such and stuff like that sort of thing. And then obviously, like you said, they've come to him and said, well, no, actually, she's manipulating you, and she's got it all twisted. When you take her down, she's the not big bad, but she's the one stirring the pot.
Yeah. Like, she's obviously a puppet master to all of them. She's got them there for a reason. She's got clear plans for them. Is she the one that's trying to kill them at the same time?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Is she the one that puts them in that trap with Bob earlier in the trailer? Like, are they all sent, like, based off rumors, it looks like they're all sent to try to get him, to get Bob. We don't know why. Like, it doesn't seem like he's, like, accepting the role of the Sentry in that moment. He's like trying to grow into it, maybe. He's just a guy that was experimented on, and he's very powerful, so they're like, you got to take this guy out because he's going to be a world-ending threat if he goes out of control. So I think that's maybe what they're at.
So do you think they've been sent there to, like, ignite him, basically? It's like to push him that far to set him off as the Sentry sort of thing?
I don't think so. I think them being there will kind of set him off, just in the sense that, like, he's got the mental kind of not issue, but
frailty sort of thing.
Yeah, it's very vulnerable. So maybe just like the anxiety and, like, in that moment with all these people pointing guns at him, and especially when the soldiers are shooting at him, like, that's like 20 guns like firing automatic rounds at you. That's probably, like, he's kind of maybe, like, his mind has crashed and he's gone rogue or something. But in that scene where he's picking up, we assume it's him picking up the emblem.
Yeah.
At some point, he's kind of got back to a state of, like, he's able to, be not normal, but, like, be able to not go out of control when he's with someone else. And maybe Val's
he's
kind
like
of...
he's stable sort of thing.
Yeah, and maybe Val's kind of manipulated him in a way where she's like, these people were trying to kill you. You gotta, kill them, that kind of thing.
Oh, I just thought.
Because she could make it look like they're trying to kill him, but then she can say, take them out because they were trying to target you.
Do you think that she could be doing a similar sort of role to what... Oh, it was in my Project Assemble saga. Norman Osborn did in Siege.
I didn't read Siege, so I'm not entirely sure.
Oh. Yeah, because in that, he's basically manipulating Sentry as his bodyguard, saying, look, you've got to protect me because I'm the only good thing about it, and I'm making sure everything's okay. But all these people, that's why they're going into Asgard and take Asgard down, because they're not supposed to be here. They're disrupting the way of life. And obviously he uses him as like an attack dog. I wonder if she's having that similar sort of role where she's just going to use him as her personal attack dog to take Dee's group out.
Could be.
I just thought of that.
It could be after they
Didn't
break
even
him
think.
out.
Mm.
What was the other thing I was going to ask? Oh, so in the end, do you think this is a Dark Avengers movie?
Yeah, I think so. I think it leans too many like things towards the Dark Avengers and stuff like that sort of thing. Especially how she's like taking on like I just sort of thought of now, because that is literally the end of the Dark Avengers films, that comics. She's like puppet master Norman Osborn in the comics. She's like a Nick Fury one in this film, where she's controlling everything.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if she's creating a darker team sort of thing. But is she going to use these as her Dark Avengers team, or is there some more people even higher up than we don't even know about yet? That's her true team sort of thing.
Now, the two people I thought could have easily been in this, and maybe one of them takes away from the more grounded aspect to this story, but Zemo and Abomination.
Yeah.
Abomination could have been their Hulk on the team.
Yeah.
I thought he would have been really good in this team, and of course Zemo, he could have been their leader in a sense, but in a way maybe, betray them in some way and make him the villain of the movie in the end, because Zemo needs to come back. Like he's been
massively.
He's been on the
100%.
sideline for too long. We need to bring Daniel Bruhl back in the role. Like such a great
Was
villain.
there not any rumours of him supposed to be in this? I swear I heard some rumours that he was supposed to have been in this in some sort of fashion.
It's always been rumored because in the comics he's involved with it as Citizen V, right? So I don't they're obviously not going to go down that route, but I hope in some way he comes into this, or at least the fallout of what happens in this.
See, it makes sense for him himself.
Yeah. But I think this will end up like the movie ends, you get the title card of like Dark Avengers. I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Because the text throughout the trailer is careful who you assemble. So it's like it's kind of leading to assemble Avengers. But this could be like in Captain America, obviously Thunderbolt Ross is setting up, like he wants Sam to be on his new Avengers and kind of build the team that he wants. And Sam's kind of questioning it like, I don't think these are the people you want on that team, sir. And then he fights back at Sam for that. So this group is Ross's version of the Avengers that Val will be, we presume, leading in a way. And like the world's like, we need the Avengers. There's like all these threats popping up. We need them back. And then they'll be like, okay, I can give you them, but they're not going to be the same ones or who you... Like, they're not going to take care of things the same way the old ones did. This is a new world, a brave new world. And then the team is going to do some dirty things to get the job done. I think that's kind of what this is going to be. Like, this is your new team. This is what you asked for. But then, obviously, the old ones will come back for Doomsday and Secret Wars. Because maybe the public won't like these Dark Avengers or whatever, if that has some kind of societal impact in this universe.
Yeah, but if it does turn out to be like a Dark Avengers film, it's similar with other conversations with Doctor Doom. I don't want it just to be a one and done. If you're gonna have a Dark Avengers, they've got to be here for a while, and then you need that Dark Avengers versus Avengers clash.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. You can't just be a one and done thing. It's like I adored the Dark Avengers saga in the comics, so I'd want that. I'd want a big showpiece to have that finish off, not just something in this film sort of thing. It need to be more. I'd love for them to come in. I'd absolutely adore it, but there needs to be a continuation of it further down the line as well.
Now, I do believe they confirmed they will be in Doomsday.
Oh, with it, good.
I'm
That's all
pretty
right.
sure they confirmed that the Thunderbolts will be in Doomsday. Um,
Good.
I think if this is what they're doing with it, um, having like Doctor Doom be such a threat that even the villains need to help the heroes take down
Yeah.
Doctor Doom, I think that would be so awesome. And by the
Yeah.
sound of it, it looks like that's what's going to happen if they're bringing all these villains into Thunderbolts and have them have to work with the old Avengers to take down Doctor Doom. I think that's going to be really cool. Um, but yeah, like I think this is setting up a very specific side of the MCU. Obviously,
Oh
they've got
yeah.
so many different kinds of things going on with, supernatural. They've got the more like grounded um, stuff, and they got the more like multiversal stuff like Doctor Strange and Loki and that. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it all ties together in the end. But I don't think this is really setting up Doctor Doom in any way. It's just kind of setting up
No, no.
what the world will look like when he comes into it. Like maybe it's going to be kind of like um, Infinity War, where the heroes are divided and Thanos shows up, and then they all have to scramble and get in different teams, and then they lose in the end. So it could be the Avengers are disbanded, Doom shows up, and then all of these people have to kind of come together in different ways, and then try to stop him and fail in
Mm.
doing so.
Fail miserably, sort of thing.
Yeah,
I, that probably would make sense, to be honest, and that would work, sort of thing. I'm really looking forward to this now. Like, after
yeah,
seeing that, like you said, obviously a lot of people have probably seen that from the San Diego Comic Con
yeah,
when they showed like bits there, sort of
yeah.
thing. But I am really looking forward to this. I can't wait for probably maybe a more detailed one a bit further down the line, sort of thing. Maybe the new year or something like that.
Yeah, so this was
But
a teaser trailer.
yeah.
So traditionally they do a teaser and then two official trailers. So
Mm.
we might get another one in um, I don't know, December, January, somewhere around there, and then another one in March.
Well,
Because
so
they
I
usually
think
do one 2 months ahead of when it comes out, because then it can play
mm,
ahead of movies in between that.
yeah. So I definitely think with one like Christmas time, New Year time,
Yeah.
and then I say I wouldn't be able to tell you when the other one would be, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I really do like the look of this sort of thing, and it's nice to have films start connecting again, and there's linking to old films, and I'm quite happy there's a connection with others like from the old MCU films, that sort of thing. It's nice. It feels like it's going back to the roots again.
Now, the only thing with this is it could be because they announced this, and yes, there were reshoots on it, but this was announced back when they had still Kang Dynasty as
Oh
the
yeah,
Avengers film coming out after this. So they probably had to reshoot a lot of that with
yeah.
setting up the new thing. Maybe even Giancarlo Esposito's Sidewinder will come into this in some way, because he said
Oh
he'll
yeah,
pop
he's
up after Captain America. So
yeah. I didn't
maybe
even
he'll
think of that,
come
to be
into
honest.
it.
That's another one. Shit, I didn't even know. Didn't even think of that. That'd be nice. That'd add a bit more star power and wow to this
It
film
would,
again as well.
but
Which it don't really need it, but
we'll have to see what his character does in Captain America, because I'm still very confused by the choice of that
yeah.
character for him.
Mm,
Um, and if he's popping up in multiple things, what significance does the Serpent Society have for the future of
yeah.
the MCU? Like, it's a very like not stupid, but they're not like the most impactful characters
Wow.
that
Mm,
could like they don't have a significant impact on the Marvel universe in the
yeah.
comics. So it's just like why is he showing up in multiple things, and what purpose will he serve? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering if he's gonna have a similar sort of role as Zemo, just like poking the bear a bit and making
Maybe.
them have like a not a conflict amongst themselves, but just like, well, actually, I put that information out there and just stir the pot a bit, sort of thing. That's how you might be able to escape Captain America and then have more things later down the line, sort of thing. Because
Maybe.
he'd probably would be a good person. Because I don't think I've ever seen him in the comics interact with the Serpent Society, but it'd be a very cool
Sidewinder.
addition. Yeah.
He's the leader of them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that must have been either old ones or new ones. I'm not, the ones I've always read, it's always been Red Hulk and Punisher and Elektra, so I never had seen that.
But yeah, like after rewatching Civil War, I want to see Zemo come back, and this would be the one to do it.
Yeah.
With the mask and the
massively.
puffy coat and all that, that would be so good. But yeah, so that's the Thunderbolts asterisk trailer. I'm not gonna stop doing it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And
every time I say it, I'm like, they really named it that. Like they couldn't have just stuck with Thunderbolts. So yeah.
It puts so much importance on that, because even in the trailer it goes ping.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so important to go when that's revealed at the end of that film. It's going to be a massive. Oh boy!
Now, will they reveal it at the end, or will they reveal it at the beginning?
No, at the end. I think it'll be the end. Like how it was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. To turn that into Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That's how I think they'll do it.
Probably, yeah. I hope it's Dark Avengers, though, because I don't know what else it could be, honestly.
No, yeah. I wouldn't even have a clue, to be honest.
So yeah, that's our breakdown of the teaser and I guess our review of Agatha All Along episode 1 and 2. So yeah, we'll leave it there for today. Is there anything coming up on your channel soon that you wanted to promote?
Well, tonight we'll have the next episode of Lego Avengers coming up on the channel.
Okay.
There was a point where we thought we would never be able to finish this series on the channel because the servers went down on the game. Nothing was loading up. Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing was loading up. I took about 2 or 3 weeks constantly trying to load it again, and nothing was coming up. I just got a blank screen, so I was panicking my arse off. I finally was able to actually record another episode on it. I've tried it since. It's touch wood. It's all working okay. So we'll have more episodes of Lego Avengers, but yeah, there was a point where it was never going to be seen on the series on the channel again. I was going to be gutted about it because it's just coming up to the end of the first Avengers film. So, but yes, that's up tonight, and then like I've already said in this, we'll have the 3rd review episode of Agatha All Along coming out this Friday as well on that lot. So, yeah, just check it out. And you will as well, because me and Eleanor will be having a bit of a war words on our YouTube shorts of lists and stuff like that sort of thing.
I saw those.
There will be some more, yeah. We will be having some more shorts and that lot. And, yeah, probably a few more disagreements with her. What about yourself? You got it coming up on your channel?
As of now, I'm still trying to figure out, how to get the rest of that Doctor Doom content out that I was planning, but I'll do a clip out of this as usual for the Project Assemble Field Extract, so that will probably come out by the end of the week, so you can check that out on my channel, and yeah, I'll just keep everyone updated on where it's at and where I can, when I can, get to doing other videos like that. I do have a few others in addition to the Doctor Doom ones that I want to do, so just stay tuned for that. So yeah, I guess that'll be it for this week. Thank you everyone for joining. I know we had Rez in this chat, and you got someone else in yours. Yeah,
Kanye Webster. I don't know if his ear's still on, but he had a bit of a wave, so thank you for joining us as well, my friend. Glad to join you.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you again for joining in. We'll see you next week, hopefully. And all right, have a nice day.
Have a good day, everybody.